Escaping to the country can be a steep learning curve.
Come by!
What's that?
Sheep.
Oh, God, right.
And this Scottish journo has an eye for detail.
Gonna have to work on your pronunciation of loch, by the way.
Oh, go on, loch.
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 We're loosening her city ties.
Catch me, catch me! Ooh, isn't that gorgeous?
Wow.
Whoa.
To embrace a new lifestyle.
Have you mucked out that barn yet?
I'm just thinking you could do a wee whiskey in your hand.
Broadcaster, journalist, TV and radio presenter Kaye Adams has made a career out of being in the know, but one field she's not so familiar with are the kind you're likely to find out here in the countryside, where she now thinks she wants to move to. So, in true escape to the country fashion, we're here to help her make that move away from the city, setting her loose in the Scottish countryside. And what a place to do it.
Loose Women anchor Kaye Adams has been fronting award-winning shows for 25 years.
There we go. That's where I'm heading. All rise. Yes, our judgmental friend Karen McKenzie has returned to the studio. How are we, Karen?
Yeah, very well indeed. How are you?
Yeah, well, thank you.
Good.
She currently presents her own show on BBC Radio Scotland and also hosts a podcast alongside her close friend Karen McKenzie, who'll be supporting her on the search.
Well, this is what I like to call my podcast studio. Karen likes to call it my freezing attic, which she knows annoys me every single time. But we've got everything that we need here. I think it's really important that people think, well, what do I want from this part of my life? And so that's what we talk about on the podcast. We have wonderful guests who come and share their experiences as well.
Born and bred in the Falkirk town of Grangemouth, Kaye has spent the last 30 years in Glasgow.
We are a family of 5 because, of course, the dog is the most important member of the family.
Kaye's husband Ian, a tennis coach, is trusting her to scope out their new home without him. And their daughters are starting work and university, so won't be living in the new house permanently.
I think it's probably time just to reassess what we want to do with the next stage of our lives. I do want to downsize, and I do want to sort of take some of the heat out of my life. I want to really honestly look at the countryside and think, do you know what? Could this be for me? Could this bring something to my life that I haven't had so far?
As Kaye has spent most of her life in cities, some elements of country life are a bit perplexing.
Right, so I am presuming jumpers. It's going to be a bit chilly in the old countryside, so we'll go for this. Look, I'll blend in as my camouflage outfit. I don't have wellies, I'm afraid. I don't have any thermals. Do I need thermals? Waterproofs? Will I put in waterproofs? I can't, I don't have any. We'll just have to get wet.
Well, hopefully not. To guide us through Kaye's strictest requirements, we're going backstage with her fellow panellist and actress, broadcaster, writer and presenter. Just about everything, really. Denise Welsh.
For her escape to the Scottish countryside, Kaye is after a stylish detached property with at least 3 bedrooms. She wants somewhere quite open plan with an amazing kitchen and somewhere she can film her podcast. She would like a beautiful garden and she doesn't mind redecorating, which mainly means she doesn't mind Ian redecorating. And it says she has a budget, this makes me laugh, of £850,000 when she always says she can't afford to buy us lunch. So good luck with that purchase, Kaye. We all can't wait to come and visit you.
Well, I've got some news, everyone, as I sign off today. You'll never believe it, but I have enlisted the help of Escape to the Country and Jules Hudson to help me find a new home in the Scottish countryside. I've often been intrigued by the thought of living in the country. I mean, I do have some reservations, I'm not going to lie. Being too far away from a coffee shop is certainly one of them. So, Jules, you may have your work cut out convincing me.
Well, there we have it. An interesting challenge, but one I'm not too worried about, because I think with the help of her best buddy Karen along for good measure, together we can prove to Kaye, reassure Kaye, that life out here amongst this frankly stunning landscape really will be a new life and one absolutely worth living.
Kaye has chosen to search in the Scottish Council area of Stirling that covers parts of the historic counties of Perthshire and Stirlingshire. In Glasgow, the average price of a detached house is £474,000, but leaving the city means prices drop a little, and the same property in Stirling falls to £450,000, while the scenery elevates dramatically. And I think it's this scenery that could persuade Kaye to swap the convenience of city life for the beauty of the countryside. It's estimated there are over 30,000 freshwater lochs in Scotland. So I'm heading to the village of Kinlochard to meet Kaye and Karen on the banks of the water.
Well, Kaye, Karen, welcome to Escape to the Country, but you need no welcome to Scotland because this is home already for both of you.
Well, it's home, isn't it? I mean, it's
is.
25 miles from my house, about the same from yours, I would imagine. We both live in different parts of Glasgow. I like to keep a safe distance.
Absolutely.
But I drove up here this morning and, you know, to think this is 25 miles from my house, every corner I turned, I was absolutely awestruck. It's so beautiful.
It's stunning.
I suppose I just live this very urban life. I spend a lot of time in London for work, and so, you know, you kind of narrow down.
You do.
And even this morning, it's been a revelation to me, and I do feel slightly ashamed, I have to say.
And this is the kind of thing that you're missing. Cold water swimming.
No, I draw the line. No, we're not doing that. We're not, I mean, why have you brought me here with a basically walk the plank moment?
It's tempting, but no, I'm not going to get you to do that, Kaye. But in all honesty, if you woke up and looked at that, wouldn't that ring those changes?
Yeah, to think this could be your morning or evening view would be quite something, wouldn't it?
Well, here's the thing. Our first property is that one.
Oh, it's not, is it? I was looking at that one. I just said to you, we're in picture window land.
Yeah, we are.
What a view.
I couldn't think of a better place to start.
Just please tell me it doesn't have a spare bedroom.
I'm afraid there's room for her.
Yeah. Imagine.
Come on, let's have a look at it.
Yeah.
Follow me, let's go.
There you go.
That is amazing.
Here we are now. What do you think?
Oh, I mean, it's so romantic, isn't it? I mean, it's such a beautiful country cottage.
But here's the other thing. Not only do you get that, but you also get this with, we think, the potential for a podcast studio above it.
Wow, look at that.
Now you're talking.
Broadcasting to the world, overlooking the loch.
Who cares if anyone's listening, quite frankly?
And that's big enough to put a bed in as well.
Steady.
The other joy of this one is that it is powered by a ground source heat pump.
Is it?
So super efficient.
I get excited about things
Yeah,
like
absolutely. As you should, as you should. So, shall we have a look?
Absolutely.
I'm
We want to see
excited
it.
too.
She's moving in.
Yeah.
Already, look.
This gorgeous cottage was built in 1870 as the village school. It was extensively renovated around 15 years ago, and in addition to the ground source heat pump, there are also solar panels, with the property scoring an EPC rating in Band B.
Coming in. This is where it begins.
The wood. Wow. Oh my goodness.
You taking your shoes off?
Oh, look, she's doing the... Oh.
Oh, you're making us all feel... Oh, she's got holes on her socks. Put them back on.
So I have.
I'm keeping my shoes on.
The only good thing is, my nails is varnished.
I think I've got odd socks
Her
too.
nails varnished.
Anyway, more to the point, what do we think of this lot?
Oh, this is gorgeous.
And isn't it warm?
It is warm, actually. It's quite warm. Oh my God, this is beautiful.
What a great job they have done. You've got this beautiful, cosy room, but spacious. So it would be quite reasonable to run. You didn't realise I was so boring and practical, did you?
No, but this is good. If you're thinking about the practicalities, you're thinking about the realities of moving here, and I think that's really exciting. So, yeah, it's super efficient to run. No radiators on the walls because the way the air source works most efficiently is with underfloor.
Oh. Can you feel it on your feet?
I don't even need to have my socks on.
Come on, so we can get a close-up of your horrible socks. Go on.
So your dog B...
Oh, she'll love it.
Spread out on the floor.
The dog.
That's true. That's true.
Ian will be spread out on the floor as well. I just like stroking wood. Isn't it? I love wood like this. It's
Well, that's oak.
Oh, it's
Oak is beautiful, isn't it?
Staircase is gorgeous.
Yeah.
So this isn't the only public room then?
No, you get a choice.
Ah.
You get this one as well.
Wow. The proportions are lovely, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, in my house, the old Victorian Glasgow house, arguably the rooms are too big. You know, if there's just two of you sitting there at night, you know, with your beans on toast on your tray.
Don't burst the bubble. The glamorous life of Kaye Adams is now coming out. Yeah, we all do it, don't we? Beans on toast.
The tray. And sometimes if the room's too big, you know, it feels a bit odd. I don't know who owns this house, but I would hire them to do mine. I mean, they're very good.
Kitchen, mind you, Kay. I've
What?
just seen the kitchen. Well, you're such a big cook.
You're so sarcastic.
Is it cheese on toast?
You just mentioned beans on toast, that's all I'm saying.
I like simple things, eh? That's it.
The kitchen is on the opposite side of the house and features a lot more wood.
Wow.
Well, look, there's a very sage nod of approval there.
Yeah.
Yes, you're our kitchen expert.
Yeah. Yeah, I do spend a lot of time in a kitchen.
Do you know,
Yeah.
I have been kind of looking, I don't know if that's a supporting wall.
Knocking it
Thinking,
through.
Could you go through?
Listen, it's all possible.
Yeah.
Look at I love it.
It's not a supporting
A good
wall.
sound knob.
Oh, really?
Bit of stud work. You've got a
I wonder if I
pantry.
would have made it follow through a bit more.
You've got a pantry through here. I mean, with a bit
I
of
love a pantry. I love a pantry.
with a bit of rejigging, you know, you could do that. I mean, also useful doggy boot room kind of thing.
Yeah. And look at that chunky door furniture. That is a gorgeous handle. Look at it. Look at it.
So that's a funny thing, isn't it?
Is the handle going to sell it?
Honestly, look.
Go on then, get hold of it.
Look.
Feel the quality.
Oh. Ooh. Isn't that gorgeous? Did you love it?
Well, if that doesn't sell it, there's also a dining room, a spacious downstairs bathroom, and on the first floor,
Up these stairs that I love so much.
Get on.
are 3 bedrooms, the largest of which has an ensuite bathroom and a walk-in wardrobe.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Oh, the wood.
Wow.
Oh.
It's a bit Lord of the Rings, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's very beautiful.
Isn't it?
I love their
Yes.
colour palette, actually. I mean, it's so nice, isn't it?
Heritage-like, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially for the setting of it. So the view here is not to the loch, it is to
Have a look.
the back. But I mean, my God, look at the hills and another fabulous handle.
Enjoy the handle.
Oh my God.
Freak.
Oh, smooth as silk.
There we go.
Wow.
Yeah?
Wow.
Wow.
This is something else, isn't it?
And I love the fact that, you know, it's a bit of a more rugged garden.
Yeah.
It kind of blends into the hillside rather than this is my patch of land.
There's a greenhouse. Kay?
Well, you can have the greenhouse, Karen. Is it? Well, I'll get you a sign and
I'm
everything.
happy to tutor you in what you can grow in that greenhouse.
We haven't really talked about Kaye's gardening ambitions. I mean, are there any?
Did you have to go there, Jules? Did you have to?
So
All
there are
I'm saying
none.
is cucumber, courgette.
It's a long.
And the difference.
It's a long story.
Can't you tell?
They were both green and a similar shape.
We'll leave that there. The grounds cover half an acre, and as well as Karen's greenhouse, there's the garage with the studio annex above.
Ooh.
We've got a kitchen.
Oh, kitchen. Get a wee cup of tea.
Oh, wow.
Look at that
The
view.
warmth.
Look at the view.
Aye, the view. This is Scotland at its best, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Do you know what?
Podcast studio potential?
God, it's perfect. It's
I didn't
the
expect
right
you to be
size.
quite so excited.
I mean, how does it compare? Let's have a look. It's
Bigger,
over twice the size,
lighter,
lighter,
uh-huh,
place to make a cup of tea, go for a pee.
with your bladder. We need that, really.
Excuse me.
The thing is, the good thing, you know, if we were doing our podcast here and we were sitting looking out of that view, I think I could just screen you out.
I
You'd
don't
be
think that's the
talking,
point.
but I wouldn't be concentrating. I'd just be looking at the view. So I'm all in.
Fortunately, the podcast is recorded on webcams as well, so the audience would be able to share that exquisite view.
Look at that. You get the sense of how this all fits now, and we can see the loch through there, which is, you know, shimmering away here.
I know. Going to have to work on your pronunciation of loch, by the way.
Oh, go on, loch.
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 Well done.
Is that it? I've got it.
now.
Loch.
Got it now.
OK, well, let's draw this to something of a close and think about how much this is going to be on the market for.
Do you see, that's the thing. Everything's going up.
Well, in Scotland, of course, we have offers over.
Yeah, offers over.
I'd go 695.
Right, I'm lower than that. Right. Yeah, I'm clearly completely out of step here.
No. Don't question yourself. I could be wrong. I mean, it's unlikely, but...
Sorry, I know. Oh, it'll be just over 500.
Oh, wow.
Oh, right, so
Wow.
clearly, yeah, no, I think detached setting.
Cheap.
I know, exactly, other house. Maybe it's just... No, you're absolutely right. What am I talking about?
Here's the thing.
Jeez.
On the market for
Good.
offers over £700,000. You see?
Hello! Hello!
You're in step.
Spot on.
Yeah.
Spot on.
Yeah.
Wow.
Offers over £700,000 for this loch side former schoolhouse. It has 3 bedrooms in the main building, plus the annex. But the real selling point is, of course, its situation.
This is a brilliant start. It's a beautiful house, lovely proportions. I could see myself living in this house. I absolutely could.
I am surprised at how big it is from the outside. It's been done very tastefully, and I could live in it myself, actually.
It's difficult to be stressed standing here because it is just so beautiful.
I'm starting to get a sense of what Kaye's looking for in terms of bricks and mortar. But as we head to our next property, I'm interested to hear her thoughts on what a country lifestyle might mean to her.
I mean, I've just seen myself as a city person for so long. I mean, actually, once you take a closer look at it, it's not so daunting.
You can get a flat white in the countryside.
Yeah, well, yeah.
If you know where to go.
I need to know that. I think if you've always had a certain kind of life, and you've always done things in a certain way, and you always believe yourself to be a certain kind of person, it's quite easy to shut yourself off to other options because you think, well, that's not me, this is me, that's not me. And as I get older, I don't really want to be that person who is stuck
No.
and is not open to other opportunities and other possibilities.
I mean, we all would love to be young again, wouldn't we? We'd love to be where we are now, but younger, I suppose, in some respects. But the truth is, we can't do that. But
No.
I do think you can get close to it if you embrace the sense of liberation
Yeah.
that change can bring. Because it's all the excitement of youth, isn't it? It's a new horizon. What's beyond it?
Yeah.
What's round the corner?
Yeah.
And I guess that's kind of where you are.
Yeah.
Well, we're literally around the corner from our next destination, the pretty village of Bucclivie. There's a pottery store with a cafe where Kaye can get her flat white. And just a mile down the road from it, in a peaceful setting, is the house we've come to see.
Oh, well, a bit more of a country road, this one.
Wow, and look at the views. Trossachs, as you well know.
Yes.
And yeah, this little number
Wow, very impressive.
is very different.
Stunning again.
What I like about it is that it's got a nod to the past, although it was only built in 1992.
Really?
Oh, wow,
Yeah,
you would
but
not
it's
know
got
that.
this lovely old sort of Highland
They've
feel.
done that nicely, haven't they? This is interesting, isn't it? This sort of vertical, is that a slate?
Yeah, it's a hung slate finish, if you will. The whole thing is arranged upside down, and you can just see on the end there a bay of windows that really make the best use of the views. But it also comes with this. This would allow you a choice of 2 podcast locations in
No, one
an
but two.
oak crock frame building.
This is the birth of an empire.
This is it. Podcast control could be in here.
Zuckerberg, eat your heart out.
There you go. With views.
I know.
I mean, come on.
Yes.
Gorgeous. Well, I'm
Yes.
really keen to... you've intrigued me now. I want to see inside there.
Come and have a look.
Wow.
This was formerly the site of an ancient threshing barn, and the original stone was used to face up the building to create a surprisingly traditional feel to a modern home. But it's not the only surprise.
So,
Whoa!
the owner of this, who designed and built it, went for this sort of
Hunting
fishing lodge,
lodge.
hunting lodge kind of
Yeah.
look.
I feel it's a Dachau in Russia.
Yeah, yeah.
Gosh, very unusual.
Well, let's go on up here. What I do enjoy about it is that everything's rather unusual in the sense that
Yeah.
you don't expect to look down on your dining room or your hallway. And then up here, you've got these incredible picture windows.
Yeah. This is a beautiful... Well, it's not... It's funny, isn't it? It's not a room, it's a space.
It feels like a big chalet, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's kind of giving me the vibes of the days, you know, when we had dinner parties, like proper dinner parties. And then we went...
Prawn cocktails.
Yeah, that's right,
yeah,
Blackfriars Gato. And then we came and sat
coffee room or
in the soft area.
Yes.
Swinging safari, ringing in the distance.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Keys in the... Oh, no, sorry.
Too far.
Let's move on to the kitchen, which is back on the ground floor.
Wow. Interesting.
I think with the emphasis that we put on kitchens these days, in this house, which has got so many striking features, this is kind of the least suspicious room for me. And so I'm not sure whether this is where I would want the kitchen. I mean, I'm actually toying with, could the kitchen be upstairs?
Wow.
Imagine my fabulous cooking, Karen, as I look over the trussets.
Absolutely.
I mean, how much room
You
do you...
would certainly be better than the cooking.
How much room do you need for a microwave?
Air fryer.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me.
Exactly.
The quirky layout of this house has been arranged with a lot of love and imagination and inspires more creative thought. The first of the 4 bedrooms is also on this level.
Oh, look, you could play Catch Me in the bedroom. Marvellous. Catch me.
Oh, wow.
I'm buying it just for that.
And the remaining 3 are below.
Can your legs cope with this? It's big, isn't it?
Again, nice view.
Lovely views.
I genuinely don't know what's around every corner.
There are so many rooms.
Wow.
Good grief.
It makes you work hard, this house, doesn't it, in terms of trying to think. I don't think it feels like a downsize to me.
No.
So utility room, I love a utility room. One that you can get an ironing board up in and leave it all day.
You don't iron.
I do such a bit. And this is, bathroom.
This house works on so many levels, and there's still the podcast Empire headquarters to see.
You can go in if you like.
Now, this is quite nice. It's like a sauna.
Oh, it is.
It's got the smell of a sauna.
Wooden beams. I like my wooden beams.
like your wooden
But I mean,
beams.
this is nice oak. This is good stuff, this. Loo shower. Anywhere to make a cup of tea?
Oh, yes.
I mean, it'd be a fabulous space,
It's a
wouldn't it?
good-sized room.
Yeah. Yeah. We could have an office each.
That would suit.
Yes.
Certainly suit me.
You could have that corner. Although this...
Kaye says she wants to really give countryside living a chance to sell itself, so I've had an idea to help her with the transition.
Oh, the sunshine.
I know, it's gorgeous.
Oh, gifts. Look
Oh.
at this. Yodel.
Is that a fedora hat? Is that what you call that?
Okay, in order to feel the part, you've got to look the part. Love, Jules.
Wow. Oh,
Oh,
a
look.
pair of wellies.
Oh,
Might get you. Oh, very snazzy. Tip it slightly forward and to the side.
do you want a little angle? Is that right? Come by. Come by.
What's that?
Sheep.
Oh, God, right.
Did someone say to the manor born? Magnificent. And totally in tune with the splendid views of the Trossachs that Kaye could enjoy while air frying, or from the mature garden that covers almost an acre.
Well, I mean, what can I say?
I'm inhabiting the character here.
You absolutely are.
Isn't it? Have you mucked out that barn yet?
I'm just thinking you could do a wee whiskey in your hand.
Now then, now we're talking.
Toddy.
A wee toddy,
We'll
that's
definitely
right.
get to that later. Well, let's have a think about this manor then.
It's too big for me.
Okay.
I think this is for a younger family.
Okay. Well, let's leave here then, having figured out what it might currently be on the market for.
I think it will still be on at the 700 plus mark. I'll go 750.
Offers over £750,000, yeah?
Really?
Karen?
Well, it's hard to differentiate between what I think it's worth and what it's worth to me. I'm going to be tight, 550.
Wow. Wow. I mean, tight, and they're squeaky tight. You, however, spot on.
Gee whiz.
Offers over £750,000.
Gee whiz.
Yeah. But I think, you know, a new family's going to come in here. I think a young family who are going to run about this garden and adore it, and it's going to be a great home for them.
So, a beautiful home with even more beautiful views, but just not at the right time of life for Kaye. Scotland is famed for its dramatic scenery, and throughout our travels we've been struck by the richness and depth of nature's very best earthy tones at every turn. Such scenes have been inspiring artists for centuries, with the landscape palettes reflected in the country's iconic tartans and fabrics, celebrated around the world. To view some of the most exquisite examples, Kaye and I have been invited to the studio and boutique of Araminta Campbell,
This is incredible too, isn't it? Wow.
where we're meeting their commercial director, Miranda Clegg.
Hello.
Hello, you. Lovely to see you.
To the atelier of Araminta Campbell.
Here they carefully craft hand-woven scarves, throws and fabrics, blending traditional crafting techniques with contemporary designs to create textile tributes to the Scottish landscape.
So all of these are hand woven at this atelier and only available from here.
And these are all unique pieces.
All unique pieces.
Right.
So these are undyed British alpaca. Each one is a one of one.
Can I have a
Can
wee
we
feel?
have it? Do we dare?
You can touch.
Oh my goodness.
Natural alpaca fleece comes in over 20 colours, and the company sources their fleece from right across the UK.
What are you drawn to?
What?
All of it.
I don't actually trust myself. I mean, these are so special, these pieces. These colours in that tartan are just gorgeous. They're so natural, aren't they?
The fabrics are hand-woven using rare, hand-built floor looms, a skill that can take years to perfect. By producing their designs in this way, the company preserves such skills and craftsmanship that have been passed down through generations. Handweavers Helen Etherton and Holly Sweet are going to show us the ropes, or yarns, before letting us loose on their looms.
So welcome to the weave room.
Wow.
Oh, hello. Wow.
These are our George Wood looms.
These look as if they've been taken from, I don't know, a croft up in the Western Isles.
Walls not far off from some of them.
But these are not just exhibit, these are what you use?
Yes, we use these. This is what we make our hand-woven pieces on. So I think we're the largest employer of hand weavers in the UK. And to keep that alive in Scotland, in the UK, is so important for us to remain connected to that. And that's what a really core part of what we're trying to do here.
And I guess the connections are so key to this, aren't they? Because you know who's designed it, you know who's making it, you know the alpacas that actually gave you the wool, don't you?
We actually can name the alpacas that are in our pieces.
And I think it makes a difference that everyone who works here are so passionate and want to continue this kind of craft and continue making these products and using these looms that are still used in universities and to teach, but they're not used in making commercial products or things like that.
Yeah.
It takes about a week to set up the loom for each pattern, then the actual weaving can take weeks, depending on size, which requires constant focus and patience.
So I put my foot down on the treadle, and this opens up the warp into our weave shed, and I push the bobbin on the shuttle through the warp to create one pick or one line of the design, and then I lift my foot back up after I've beaten it down.
Right.
Yeah.
Make it look very easy.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, here we go. My step back into the 18th century. So I'm going to push down.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you see? Come on, Hudson. Well,
Yes.
it's not that easy.
And then you're going to pull your beater down to push that into place. Wow. Lovely.
It literally is
Great.
thread by thread, isn't it?
Yeah, and then lift your foot up.
Just literally like
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Down, across, pull, release.
Yeah.
Down,
Perfect.
across, pull, release. Oh, right, okay, so it's getting the tension on it right, isn't it?
Yeah, and the beading's really important in a tartan because you want the square to be a square. You don't want it to be elongated, so no pressure. But
Down.
and push this back.
We'll push this back.
Yeah.
Fail. I paid my sewing teacher to do my stuff for me.
No.
So you can't hash bash with this then?
No, you need to take your time.
Every movement is very
Back, and then you can
considered.
release.
And then release.
Perfect. So
Right.
once you hear that chunk,
So real whoosh.
not bad.
I think I'll quit while I'm ahead.
Fabulous. And then foot up.
Oh, my goodness me.
The sense of responsibility was too much for me then.
Well, it's been a real treat to see what you do here.
And I'm pleased because I was born 10 miles from here. So it is wonderful to see this on my patch. I never thought that this would be happening here. So yeah, it's fabulous.
Thank you so much for coming to visit us.
It's been such a
Absolute
pleasure.
pleasure. Handmade is best.
It is.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
For our final property offering, we're heading to the village of Aberfoyle, towards the middle of the region. Despite its village status, there's a wide range of amenities here, as it's a popular spot with tourists visiting the nearby Trossachs and Loch Lomond.
Wow. Before we get to our mystery house, I thought we would pause here in Aberfoyle, a place I think you know well.
Aberfoyle.
Very nice.
The gateway to the Trossachs.
Indeed it is. Get you.
There
Does
you
that
go.
sound painful?
Well, I need to check my Trossachs, but I'm sure everything's in order, Kay. So, the thing I like about this is that, joking apart, you are not far from a flat white here.
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, in fact, you have a choice of a few.
I'm thinking that in terms of community, this is perhaps where it's been most obvious on our travels.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, if you love all this, you can walk to our mystery house from where we are stood now.
No.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
No,
How
I'm
about that?
interested. I am interested.
So I'm going to wander over to our mystery house, get it opened up and all set up for you. You can go and find yourselves a flat white or whatever you fancy.
Yeah.
And I'll meet you at the gate.
Oh, good. Oh, excellent.
Coffee
Are
that
you
way.
buying?
Yep.
For once.
I always have to buy.
And just 100 metres from the cafe stands our mystery house.
Well, when it comes to combining that magic cocktail of community and location, our mystery house doesn't get much better. I am but a minute away from where I left Karen and Kay, and this is what I want to show them. A beautiful example of Scottish architecture.
This very grand double-fronted stone property dates back to 1890. It's also just as impressive and elegant on the inside.
Well, as you can see, once again, this is a property not short on space, but I think stylistically this really does give Kay and her partner Ian the opportunity to really make it their own amongst a host of original features. There is so much potential. I hope she loves it, and particular its location.
This is kind of feeling like neighbourhoody, do you know what I mean?
Yes, yes, yeah.
You know, that you think, well, you see the same people on a regular basis and
There's
stuff
slightly
like
more
that.
going on.
Kay was starting to wonder if she doesn't want a different property, just a new location, and the mystery house right in the heart of a well-stocked village should help her answer that question.
Well, there we are. Welcome
Yeah.
to our mystery offering. There you are. What do you think?
Wow, it's imposing, isn't it?
Aye, it's solid.
Just sits at the top of the town.
Now, you describe your current home in Glasgow as a Victorian villa. This, to me, has the same sort of feel. Am I right?
Yes, mine is a different stone, but yeah, the feel of it, the windows, the bay windows.
Proportions.
Yep.
The other thing I'm sure yours doesn't have is 2 acres of grounds.
No, it doesn't. No, 2 acres.
It all goes up behind it, pretty much.
Wow.
So like woodland.
Yeah, absolutely. Most of it's woodland. Most of it you can.
I love woodland.
You can leave it to do its own thing.
I could create my own mountain biking trail.
You could.
Yeah.
Or Ian could have his tennis court.
Ian couldn't have a tennis court, but on here he could have a paddle tennis court.
Yeah. Putting green.
Croquet.
Croquet.
Croquet
I mean,
on the
that's very
lawn.
much in the style of what this
It is,
property was
isn't
all
it?
about. A little croquet lawn here would be rather nice, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
you could make a scone and some jam, and we could play croquet.
Do you know what I think you need? I think you need a little golf buggy so you can pop down and get your flat white when you want it.
No, I'm going to get a zip wire. No, I'm really looking forward to seeing inside.
Well, let's get in, see what you think.
This one already feels familiar to Kaye, which I hope will stand it in good stead.
Oh my goodness, that is exactly the same as in my house.
That's hilarious.
Maybe it's meant to be. Is this familiar?
Wow,
then?
funny.
Yes, it is. Oh my goodness. This is, wow, this is very, very familiar.
See, what we have done, we've knocked yours down and we've shipped it out to Aberfoyle and we've just rearranged it slowly. Come on, have a look at it.
Yeah.
Home from home.
Home from home.
Oh, God, this is cosy and nice,
Oh, this is
isn't it?
lovely.
Obviously, this has been knocked through
Yeah.
from what it would have been originally, but
Yeah,
This is a
would have
lovely
been.
room. A lovely size.
I like, obviously, the cornicing, the archway, the windows. What do you think?
I'm loving the safe over there, Kaye.
Oh, yes. I do like to feel the history in a house.
Music to my ears, because this home overflows with that feeling. On the opposite side of the property is a dining room that opens into a conservatory. And in the rear corner of the original part of the house is the kitchen.
I think this is lovely. Yeah, it's really
I
nice.
like this.
You like this?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love the colour of the units as well.
yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Yes.
Really contrasts with the
Yep.
Yeah.
lighter oak tops.
Yes.
Lovely window seat there. Look out the old bird feeder and everything.
Yeah. Yes.
Breakfast bar. We like a breakfast bar.
You do. You do.
Yeah.
A lovely utility area through here. Bags of
wow.
space, actually, which really makes a big difference to what's on offer.
I do like a utility room.
There's plenty to see upstairs. Go and enjoy.
Yeah, no.
Go and explore.
On the first floor is a spacious family bathroom with a freestanding tub.
Wow, another. Ooh.
What a size!
And 4 bedrooms for the family. Or any extra guests.
I thought that was a little girl. Oh my God.
That's kind of scary.
Nice fireplace. I think this would be a nice bedroom.
Oh, this could be our podcast room. Oh no.
No, I don't think
Too
this
nice
is our
for a
podcast room.
Back on the ground floor is an annex which the owners rent out, but I propose this space for the podcast room. So while the ladies continue upstairs,
How exciting. Right, here we go.
I'm giving it a spin for them.
3, 2. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my new podcast, Meet the Locals with Jules Hudson.
Oh, this is very sort of
Oh, what a good
elegant
size
room,
room.
isn't it?
Now, we're also taking questions from you, dear listener, and the first one comes from Matt from Barry Island. And the question is this: Jules, I love your gilets. Where do they come from? Well, mate, I do love a gilet, has to be said.
You'll have to subscribe for the answer, I'm afraid. And there's plenty more for Kaye and Karen to explore.
Oh, look at that view, huh?
That is stunning.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's glorious.
While more fascinating questions flood in.
Now, I do love a pair of wellies too. Jules, where'd you get your wellies from? Well, take it from me. Wellies are not just wellies. Wellies are your friends.
So popping on suitable footwear and heading outside. There's a vast garden that includes a double garage, barbecue area, and mature herbaceous borders extending into the woodland beyond.
Here we are then. And I'm in the midst of the 2 acres that this comes with and views across this wonderful autumnal landscape.
It's beautiful, isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
it's kind of good for the soul, isn't it?
Shall we have a think about the price of our mystery house, our final price estimate?
Ooh. I'm so proud of my pricing so far. I really don't want to blow it here, but
I think you might have to up it.
I think I might have to up it as well. I'm going for offers over 900.
Offers over £900,000. Wow, OK.
I'm going to go for 8.
Well, you may be surprised to learn that this is on the market for offers over £635,000.
Wow, I am surprised.
Kaye's last guess sabotaged by Karen there, but this is a surprisingly small price for a surprisingly big house, with 7 bedrooms and just a stone's throw from the centre of the village. Having shown Kaye some wonderful houses around the beautiful Stirling countryside, have any of them persuaded her where her next move might be?
I've got so many questions flying around my head. You know, how much do I want to downsize? Is this next move my forever move? Mm-hmm. Or do you have another adventure left in you? You know, I mean, there's so many questions.
If I were to give you the keys to any one of them, which set of keys would you want?
Well, I do know the answer to this, and it is the one at the top of Lochard. The house, I thought, was absolutely beautiful, and it's absolutely made me think that's the size of property that I'm looking for. Mm-hmm. And of course, it's got that
location.
Stunning. So if you're going to escape to the country, you might as well,
yes,
you know, have that view that you would wake up and think, wowza.
Watching you over the last couple of days, you're not fighting it now. You're like, oh, this is a possibility, actually, and there's been a bit of stroking of the chin.
Yes, and you can get more stylish hiking boots than the ones you've got.
What I take away from this is that if nothing else, we have enlivened you to what has been on your doorstep for so many years. I'm delighted to see how you've reacted to it. I wish you all the very best, and promise me, whatever you do, we'd love to come back and see how you're getting on whenever it happens.
Well, yes, and I hope you do, and thank you for opening my eyes to something that I had very much shut myself away from.
Here's to you.
Yep, cheers.
Cheers.
Ching, ching.
Cheers.
Ching, ching, yeah. Maybe next time, something stronger. Yeah. What a fascinating time we've had with Kaye, trying to reassure her that country life is a life that doesn't have to mean she gives up on what's gone before, but actually just roots what happens in the future in a landscape like this, a landscape that absolutely draws you in, as indeed it has drawn her in. She lives but half an hour, 40 minutes from where I'm sat now, and yet she has rediscovered what is on her doorstep over the last few days. Watching that and revelling in it has been an absolute treat. Now, I suspect this move wasn't so much driven by a vision of what her new country home would look like, but by her innate journalistic curiosity as to what country life might offer, an itch she was dying to scratch, and I'm pretty sure that scratch it she will.
If you would also like to escape to the country in Scotland, England, Wales or Northern Ireland, remember, you don't need to be famous, so why not apply online at bbc.co.uk/take part.